Okay, welcome
That's a
to the Hangout Sessions. Welcome to the Hangout Sessions, Birmingham City. Yeah, we're gonna
oh,
talk Birmingham City because they suffered another defeat tonight. Stevie is
oh,
gonna tell us what's been going on because I have questions, but I have questions, but
man.
you're the guy. You're the guy. What's been going
Right.
on?
Right, before we get started on this, I just want to let everybody know that I've got an extremely high chest pain at the moment. I don't know when my life is going to end, but it's coming very soon. Zola, Zola, what have you done? What are you doing? Why are you even in Birmingham? I
Oh my
don't even know
god.
what to say. It's just not Blues style of football. We can't be
So
playing.
what style?
Oh,
What style of football have they been playing?
right, since the day of my birth, and I think that since the day of
Yeah.
everybody's existence on earth, people know Birmingham City Football Club as a hard playing football team, old fashioned English style football, might get the odd quality goal every so often, but we're a hard team and we're a very British
Small
team.
Heath. Small Heath.
Small Heath
Yeah.
Lions, Small Heath
Yeah.
Lions. And now we've been bought over by a new Chinese firm
Mm.
who probably have mullered us again, thanks to taking us over the second time. And their new philosophy is that Blues need to play Barcelona style football. And they think it's going to work instantly. And they sacked Gary Rowett. We beat Ipswich 2-1 on a Tuesday night to go seventh in the league and a point out of the playoff places to bring in bloody Zola, who's probably got one of the worst managerial records that I've ever seen in my life. And he's come in, he's changed the whole style of Blues' football with a team of players that cannot play Barcelona style football. It is just madness. It is crazy. It is the most
All right.
abnormal thing I've ever seen. How can you have Craig Gardner in the middle of the park trying to spray ping balls out like Mascherano
Do you
and
know what?
Iniesta?
All
It's
right.
not going to work.
I got. I like to hear what you're saying because I'm understanding more what's been going on. But there's one question like, what happened to Rowett? Because if you're not a Blues fan, like I'm just a football fan. I'm not a Blues fan. I have no Birmingham City affiliation apart from the fact that I lived there for a few years, you know. But what happened to Gary? Like, why did he get sacked? Because that's what we don't know, and which was confusing.
I think the main thing that happened with Rowett, and as a Blues fan, we heard this as he was doing pretty well at the club. A
Yeah.
lot of other clubs were sniffing around him. You had QPR, you had Norwich, and if I'm not mistaken, Derby. And that was the
Mm,
time when them three clubs weren't doing too well when they were looking for a new manager. And they approached Gary Rowett and so on. He did say no, but Blues actually offered him a new contract and he declined it. So
yeah.
when Steve Chinese owners came in, they offered him another contract again. And they said, listen, we love you to stay long term at the club. Here's the new contract. Would you like to sign? And he said no, because he was obviously quite tempted around other jobs such as QPR. Derby looked like they were going up at the time, but they didn't. And
Yeah.
he thought, Norwich maybe. And, Rowett thought, 1 minute, I might be able to probably get myself in the Premier League here and get a team and go straight up. So he
Mm.
didn't sign a contract. And the Chinese said, no, well, you're not loyal. We're not having it then. You're not in here for the long run. So goodbye. And they let him go. And in
She.
came Zola. So it is a shame that he left. But if he didn't sign a new contract with us, then you can kind of see why he did
Yeah.
or why
Yeah.
they got rid of him.
All right, that's clear because that's what I've been confused about all season. That's been one of the things that I've been confused about this football league season. I think Bristol City have had a similar season as Birmingham City, where they've just fell off completely as well. Like,
Totally
like
fell off.
I,
Yeah,
yeah. So Rowett's like proper, isn't he from? Isn't he from the West Midlands?
yeah. He's from he's a Brummie. He's a Brummie, and he's played for Blues for 2 years, 2 or 3 years as a
Yeah,
centre back.
I'm
And
seeing
it's just nice to have a manager that understands your club, understands your fans, and
mm,
now we've just Oh, it's just gone totally, absolutely upside down. And losing 2-0, 2-1 to Preston tonight, just puts the icing on the cake. We haven't won. We've won one game in 13 since Zola come in. One game in 13. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that is embarrassing, and he's ruining his. Okay, he's not ruining his legacy because everyone knows Zola was a great player, but that is kind of taking a gloss off it a bit for some people because it's not nice to see what's going on there.
Oh no, it's an absolute disaster, and all Blues fans are just absolute. Blues fans look crushed
because it looked positive, didn't it?
It looked so positive, and then they got rid of him. Or they got rid of Rowett, and then the next thing you know, we're hearing all these reports: Birmingham City being taken over by huge billionaires, bright things looking at the club, buying all these players, and it's just not working. So a lot of fans are losing interest. A lot of people are losing interest, and they're sick and tired of it. It's been happening for absolute years now.
So is that reflected in the attendances you've been getting? Or?
Definitely. I think we're getting like average 13,000 a week, which is really poor for a 25,000 seat stadium.
Second City, man.
Second City. And it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. Absolute shocking. Killed the club totally. Absolute shame.
I mean, West Brom are pretty much flying a flag for West Midlands football at the moment.
I'm a big fan of West Brom. I haven't got any like.
You've got mutual enemies.
Mutual enemy, yeah. And if you think about it, it's embarrassing that West Brom are the pride of the West Midlands. No offence to Baggies, they shouldn't be the pride of the West Midlands. West Bromwich Albion are the pride of the West Midlands football. What is going on? Apart from the Villa, that I'm enjoying watching them fail even more than us.
Oh, it's horrible there, man. And what's happening with them is I heard today, which is another reason why I was thinking about Birmingham City, is a lot of their fans expressing their interest for Rowett. They want Gary in.
Who, the Villa?
That's what I've seen.
Oh,
obviously there's been fans going, "Oh, we wouldn't want to see him anywhere near there." But there's fans saying, "All right, he could do the job, and he knows the city. Let's get him in." How would you feel if that happened?
Do you know what? If that happened, I might turn up to work one day and just hit my supervisor if I had.
Oh man,
it'd be the worst time. I feel sick. I feel sick thinking about that. Imagine him wearing a Villa coat, standing on the touchlines.
I think it's a lot more likely he'll end up at Rangers.
Maybe Forest or somewhere.
I think Rangers.
You think Rangers? Do you know what? Rangers,
Warburton he'd had a little mare last week. That's a whole different
scenario.
That's a whole different topic. But yeah, so he's he might end up at Rangers, but we will see.
Yeah.
Where? Right. Obviously, this season's fizzled out into nothing. I guess avoiding a relegation battle is key here. You're not quite in one right now, but with so much of the season to go, it could turn into that unless you need some wins coming. Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think you might get pulled into it?
I've got the table right here, and we can be dragged into it. We're not that far behind.
You're not in there. I was going to say you're not in there right now, but you can be dragged in there.
Oh, definitely. Like you look at Villa, for example, and they're 36. They're only
7
points off the bottom, and Blues are 14th.
And you have your goal difference is a bit of a mess because I'm looking at it right now in comparison to look at Bristol City and Wolves. And you've got Wolves soon.
Ooh, we've got Wolves on a Friday night, haven't we?
Oh, tasty.
Ooh. And you've got Rotherham are finished. Wigan got the late win today against Wolves, which puts them on 29 points. And Blackburn caused us troubles. Wigan caused us troubles. Burton caused us troubles. Bristol City have QPR. All the teams at the bottom have either beaten us or got a point against us near enough. So we are nowhere different to these teams. There is no kind of separation in terms of quality, in terms of future. You know, all these teams at the bottom of the league are going nowhere
Mm.
in terms of future. It's just a constant scrap every single year amongst themselves. And now, unfortunately, Blues have become one of them teams.
Oh man,
Oh, sad times.
need
Absolutely.
need to get you need to get you promoted and sign in Troy Deeney, man.
Oh, the day that happens. With Captain Birmingham. Straight over from Larnaca Airport. Outside St Andrews, my hands up like this. Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney. I'll be going mad. I'll be quality.
What's Troy Deeney's like? Obviously, there's gonna be Birmingham City fans listening to this. Like, what's this guy on about? What's his history with you? Is he just a fan or has he played for you? I don't know.
He grown up with Brummie. He's got a blue tattoo on his leg.
Yeah, I know. Like that's like a famous statistic about him, like a famous fact about him. But I just didn't know whether he played for you or.
I think he played for the Villa, if I'm not mistaken. Was it the Villa he played for?
Mental.
He played for someone. Deeney was born in Birmingham, West Midlands. He grew up in Chelmsley Wood. That's quite a Blues area, to be fair. If I'm not mistaken,
It says
someone in his family have quite a close link to Villa. But he hates the Villa. He can't stand them.
I see. His brother started at Villa.
Oh, his brother started at Villa.
And he was the captain of their academy side before being released.
Okay.
Deeney's just Walsall and Watford.
Walsall, Watford. Okay. Yeah, that's it. He grew up a Blues fan then.
Yeah, fair.
Quality.
I like it.
Guy. Different class. I'm a big fan.
He was invited by the academy. Anyway, shout out Troy Deeney, man.
Yes.
Good guy. Maybe he'll join Blues in 2 years' time when they get promoted to the Premier League.
You never know. You can only dream.
All right. Last thing I wanted to ask you: where should realistically? Because this is all about what Blues fans think. Like, I know as being an Arsenal fan, I get told, stop complaining. You're in the Champions League every season. But it's not about what any other fan thinks. It's about what you think, where you feel you should be. Where should Blues be? What should be happening at the club? Where should they be?
At the time being, well, technically, we should be in the Premier League. But at the time being, we should be this season, we should be in the playoffs. We should be in the playoffs. We should be fighting for that 6th spot, personally, and I'd be extremely happy.
Yeah.
Because we could do it, and we did do it, and we were there for so long this season. And as soon as they got rid of him, we just dropped all the way down.
And I can imagine you probably saw this coming to like this extreme extent, but you probably could not see this coming. What's the word? You knew that there might be a drop off. There's going to be negative repercussions for Harry leaving.
But I think it's the way that we kind of dropped, the whole principle of how we dropped, because he left when we were on such a high, and we beat Ipswich 2. We come from, I think, 1-0 down or something like that too, and we beat him 2-1 to go 7th, and we were a point, if I'm not mistaken, off Sheffield Wednesday or off Reading, and. This is the thing, all this anger from now, all the Blues fans are taking it out on Zola. I do feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
But you watch some of the defending the last couple of games. I know we got trounced a couple of times against other teams with Rowett. For example, with Barnsley, Burton, they did play us off the park. But the defending under Zola is childish, to be polite, if anything. It is absolutely diabolical. If you watch the game against Sheffield Wednesday last Friday night, we did play some silky football at times, a bit of passing here and there. Defending, you'd find better defending in primary school.
Oh my Lord. So this season's over for you guys then?
Finished. I'm just scared that we don't keep losing points because
you can't say it's over, otherwise you get sucked into a relegation battle.
You know what I mean? It's dangerous. It is absolutely dangerous. Oh Lord, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do worry.
Well,
I do worry.
another thing is a lot of the teams below you have a game in hand on you as well. So if they win them, like,
They're under. Look at Wigan, 29 points. If they win, they're on 32. And all there is a bit of momentum.
I think the worrying thing is there's a lot more football to be played this season, and I don't see where you're going to get the points from. But oh well, football can be so depressing sometimes. But you know, what do they say in Small Heath? Keep right on and all that.
You're on to the end of the road. I feel like the road's ended, mate.
Well, it could be worse. You could be where Villa are, I guess.
Oh, this is true. There's always.
This season. When's the next derby?
The next start, I think it's in April, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got a bit of time.
Finish above Villa.
I think that's our main goal this season, to finish. I think we're that at the moment.
Better mind you, both don't get relegated and doing that.
Oh my Lord! Imagine
scenes. Oh my God! Right. Before I wrap this up, I just need to see what West Midlands teams are in League One. Be going to Walsall, man.
We're going Walsall away. Actually, that's a nice away day. Crazy.
Cov are going down, so don't need to worry about Coventry. R.I.P. Coventry, by the way, man. I grew up watching them play at Highfield Road and that, like in a Prem.
Another dead club.
Yeah, man. Mustafa Hadji and Yusuf Chipo, legend.
Mustafa Hadji.
What the hell? Do you know what? I mean, I was gonna criticize the West Midlands for being like like a cemetery for football, but it's definitely my neck of the woods, the West Country. Down here, it's just pathetic. But yeah, it's just pathetic, man.
Town and Bristol Rovers.
Swindon Town, Bristol Rovers, Bristol City, Plymouth, Exeter. Oh God, but yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's what Stevie had to say about Birmingham City. I hope that was interesting for like fans who don't really follow the championship, because I found that pretty insightful. But yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Hang Sesh. Find us on SoundCloud. We're at the Hang Sesh for everything. Just at the Hang Sesh, you will find us. Google us. We're like that now. You can Google us. Yeah. We are out.